One of the first steps in replacing the low water sensor is to make sure the machine is unplugged. The next step is take a 7/16 inch wrench and remove the boiler bolts. Okay, the next step is to lift the boiler up slightly and pull the old probe out, and then set the boiler back down. Next, remove the electric connections. Okay, next you want to take the nuts off the low water sensor itself. Sometimes it's easier to use a needle nose pliers to go in and loosen the nut, and then once it's loose you can remove it by hand. Go. Remove the remaining nuts both at the plate and the spacer nut on the end, on both screws. Take the nuts off. Okay, next, loosen the nuts that hold the electric board. Again, that's a 7/16. You don't have to take them all the way out. If you do, that's okay, but you just have to loosen them up pretty good. This will enable you to be able to tip the plate slightly forward so that you can access the back of the screws and push them through the slots in the new mount. Tip the board forward and remove the remaining screws. You take the new mount, slide it in front of the plate, and then take the rear portion and slide it between the pressure transducer and the plate itself. Some pressure transducers will have a spacer nut between the plate and the transducer. Many of the models don't have that. If they don't, then slightly loosen the screws on the back of the pressure transducer so that the new mount can slide between the pressure transducer and the plate. Once the plate is in that position, line up the holes and slip in the new screws through the hole, and then once it's in there, put the lock washer on and the new nut and fasten the pressure or the low water sensor mount to the plate. Now put the electric connections on to the plate. This, and also put the blue alarm wire on and tighten it down. Do the same with the next terminal. It doesn't make any difference which wire goes on which post. If they're switched, it makes no difference. Then tighten that down. Okay, the next step would be to remove the clip on the coil and set aside. Pull a little bit of slack out, being careful not to bend the wire too much. And slightly lift the vessel and slide the probe into the heater. And then lower the vessel. The next step would be to secure the electric plate and secure the vessel. You should be ready to go.